Hi, welcome. Simon here. In this video, I will walk you through step by step on how to do a screen replacement on a MacBook Air. The model is A2179. This laptop is built in year 2020. And before you continue watching the video, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I really appreciate you for doing that. So let me go ahead and turn it around and remove the back panel here. But before you do that, you need to have the right tools and also the new screen for this repair. What I'll do is I'll link them in the description below. You can buy the parts from Amazon or eBay, and it will direct you to the right link with the right tools for this repair or this replacement. So this is a Pentalope screwdriver. Go ahead and remove all the screws. The screws on the top of the laptop are a lot longer, and the rest of other screws on the side and the bottom they are a lot shorter. So 4 screws, 4 long screws, the rest of it are the smaller screws. The screws are not in the same sizes, so do not mix match the screw. Make sure you keep track of the screws and then put them back in order. Okay, once you remove all the screws, the way to pop it up is I use my fingernail, tuck underneath the back plate here, and push it up and pry it open. And you can hear that crackling noise. That is normal, because what happened is that the back of the plate, there are 2 little clipper, and this 2 clipper clips onto close to the touchpad here. So when you pop it, you can hear when you open it, you can hear that pop noise. Alright, so the next step I like to do is to disconnect the battery. And this is the battery here, and the connector is right hidden underneath with the little black tape. So what you want to do is you want to push this connector to your left. Okay, push it to the left or pull it to the left. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing both push and pull at the same time, and I do not want to break the cable. So be gently push and pull to the left, and that's how you disconnect the battery. Once the battery is disconnected, we can start working on the screen replacement. So the next step I like to have is to use this tool here, which is the T3. Let's go ahead and disconnect the Wi-Fi cable. So there's this little tiny screw here holding onto the bracket. Okay, once you remove that bracket, go ahead and disconnect the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is like a clip-on, like Lego. You clip onto the base of it, so just kind of pop it up if you can, and that's how you disconnect the 2 Wi-Fi. And this entire bar right here, the silver aluminum plate, it is actually your Wi-Fi antenna, so do not break those Wi-Fi antenna. I'm using a T3 still. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the screw here. So as you remove the screw, make sure you are knowing where you put them, and you're going to use them back together. So they are not the same screw. Start from the beginning, so make sure you do not mix match the screw. And this bracket right here is the one that's holding onto the LCD screen, and this cable is reconnected back to the motherboard. So be careful with this cable. If you break this cable or damage the cable, you will have to change the entire motherboard, which is very costly in this video. I mean, in this repair. So do not break this cable. What I did was I used a plastic prying tool and I just pry the connector up, and we're gonna ready to remove this afterwards. So the black screw, this one right here, the black screw, you can use a T4 to remove it. Do not strip the screw, just so you know. I try to use the T3. It seems like the T3 Torx 3 is not the right size for that, so you can change it to the T4 if you want. Alright, so this is the base of the LCD screen, which is the LCD board. The display controller is all part of the Apple product, or part of the whole entire screen. So make sure that you have get this thing loose, and we're going to remove the entire part of it. Now the next step I'd like to do is to remove the Wi-Fi connector. So let's go ahead and remove the Wi-Fi. I know that it's going to be a little bit difficult because the Wi-Fi seems to be clipped onto the base of the computer. You may have to wiggle a little and pop it open. Okay, so once you wiggle and pop it open, I'm going to refer to you that the clipper is right here. So this metal clipper, it kind of clips onto the base of the computer. Now, if you see it carefully, what happened is that the LCD screen, the board here, is in between the Wi-Fi connector like this. All right, you slide it in and it goes down like this, right? So when you remove it, you have to make sure that the Wi-Fi is going to go in between that little gap right here. Okay, so make sure you save the Wi-Fi antenna on the side. Now the LCD held down by 6 screws on the hinge. Let's go ahead and remove them. I'm using a T8 Torx 8 screwdriver. Okay, once you remove that 6 screws, what you want to do is go ahead and slightly open the screen. So I'm opening up the screen. I'll probably go right about slightly over 90-degree angle. So at this point here, once you open about 90-degree or more, you can slowly slide the hinge, bolt of the hinge, out without any problem. Just slide it out, and this is your entire screen. Okay, so this is a smiley face. Alright, so you just removed the broken screen. Okay, now the new screen is coming up. Let me bring the new screen here. So this is the new screen, and as you can see that the board is here, the screen display board. This is just a plastic cover. You can remove it after. And this is the board of the hinge here. Okay, so let's go ahead and push the screen on the side. And what I'll do is I'll slide the screen back in here. So on the new screen, what you want to do is you open up at 90-degree angle so you can slide the screen in afterwards. Okay, I'm sliding the screen here. So take your time when you slide the screen. Make sure that you slide it in correctly. Okay, once you have that thing slide in, okay, you got to go to open more than 90-degree angle, slide it in. And what I would like to do now is to put the screw and tighten it up first. Put one screw. Tighten up the screw. Okay, once it's tight, and you can go ahead and close it. Okay, once you have the thing closed, now you want to come back and shut the screen and finish up all the screws. Okay, once that is done, so what is the next step I like to do is to put in the Wi-Fi antenna. Right, so you kind of go in between the display board here. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you align them in the right position and then press it in to secure the Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, once you have done that, go ahead and rest that cable right here, the display board cable, and we are going to use the T4 and put the two black screws to secure the LCD display here. Okay, once you have secured that, go ahead and put in the 4 screw to secure the Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, once you have done that, you can go ahead and slightly gently and close in the LCD connector. They're kind of like Lego. Once you have it in the right position, you just press it down. It will close it easily. You don't have to use a lot of force for this. Now the next part is your Wi-Fi. Same thing. Once you align them in the right position for the Wi-Fi antenna, the cable, go ahead and snap it in. Alright, once you have that installed, do not forget the Wi-Fi, this bracket here with that one screw. Okay, so the next step, these are all the bracket. Just go ahead and secure down the bracket for your LCD screen. They're really tiny, so be patient when you put the screws back in. Okay, once you have all that installed, you can go ahead and connect the battery to make sure the connector is ready to slide back to the right. So adjust in the right position. When you slide it to the right, push it all the way in and you can hear the click on it. Now at this point, you're pretty much done. Go ahead and put in the back cover. Press the 2 clipper to push it back in and put in all the screws. And once the screws is back in, I think you should have a working screen without any problem. So let's go ahead and put the screws back in real fast. And I'll turn on the screen and show it to you. Okay, let me go ahead and turn on the screen. Okay, sorry about that. The battery just completely dead. I have to find the charger and charge it back up. Let me see. All right, it boots into the login screen. So I do not want to show you the customer login information here, the ID. But other than that, it is all good to go. If you have any question, just comment below. and if you haven't subscribed or liked the video, please go ahead and do that. I really appreciate you for watching. Until next time, please take care.